I'm here with the coolest member of the senior school staff. Mr. Bennett, you thought it was you. It's not, it's Michael Roberts. Michael, welcome to the place in front of the camera. Normally you're behind. He's a bit nervous, but we'll look after him through this next conversation. Michael, we're here talking about the sorts of wonderful innovations we're doing in our IT space, in our technology space on the senior campus. Tell us a bit about the work that's being done in the design technology department.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, and thanks for that accurate introduction, by the way, Dr. John. So this year it's about emerging technologies. We're really trying to make that our focus for 2022. We want to make sure that we're on the front foot when it comes to using technology and using it in education, and making sure that we can really engage with that exciting type of thing. So design, tech and engineering, they're doing some great things at the moment with augmented reality. What they can do with those 3D models is they can bring them into the real space. They can go to their different contexts where they might actually create these things and have them placed, and see how they look with the scale, with the measurements, and also with materials and things like that. And they can suddenly, with that extra step of pre-visualization, they can go ahead and make any changes that they need to, and that can really save a lot of time and has been very valuable.
And the staff have the skill sets to deliver this, the willingness and the drive. It's been great to see that drive that they've displayed. Yeah,
well, you know, we're very lucky to have a lot of talented staff that they want to embrace these new technologies, they want to experiment with them and seek them out. And they're doing that, and we're having that space for experimentation. But what we're now finding is, because of that they've got these really applied versions of these technologies now in our classroom, which is really great to see.
And the scientists too, they've got some things going on?
Science is doing a lot of great things, and what they normally love to do is get involved with the 3D printer. We've got a big, fantastic new 3D printer up here at Torrens Park, and they're already making great use of that. Well, how much do you know about coral reefs?
Not enough, Michael, clearly. Talk
well, to me. You're an educated man, you probably know that they're very susceptible to even slight changes of temperature in the water and pollution caused, unfortunately, by us humans. So we need to make sure that we're putting technology in place to help our environment, and that's
critical.
That's a critical mission.
Critical work.
So they're 3D printing these sort of fake templates for coral that coral can attach to, and that can support coral in places where it might not be able to thrive anymore.
Humanities, it's not just about science and technology, it's not just about engineering, it's also happening in the humanities.
It is. Recently we've teamed up with Torrens University, and we've had James Calvert, who's a director of films and game design. He's made a fantastic experience called Thin Ice VR. It's about the Shackleton expedition.
Wonderful.
One of the greatest survival stories of all time, happened around 100 years ago. They've just found the Endurance. I don't know if you saw that on the news.
Absolutely.
So it's very timely. So the students have been learning about that, but also on top of that, linking back to sustainability, that critical mission is they're comparing now, well, what's the ice look like now compared to 100 years ago, because they have the photographic evidence. We've had people recreate that, and we're just seeing this huge difference and what the climate's doing there. And the students, instead of just hearing about it and maybe seeing some 2D imagery, they're actually in that 3D space, they're looking around, and they can get used to that context and actually see what climate change really looks like.
And Torrens is very hot on this sort of work. It has a very strong set of specialisms where we can really build that relationship. That's fantastic. Now you oversee a group of staff who are constantly challenging our innovation, constantly supporting our staff to improve, and constantly setting the atmosphere of growth. Tell me a little bit about that role you play.
Yeah, so I'm the Digital Technologies Leader for Scotch College. We have a group of teachers that put their hands up and say, we want to do more with technology. And every year we come up with focuses that we think will benefit the college, and that's why emerging technology is something we've focused on this year. So we'll meet throughout the year and we'll say, what's exciting out there? What can we put special attention to? Put some time aside, put some focus to exploring, and how can we bring that into our teaching and learning? It's not being afraid about experimenting, it's not having to apply something right away. If we aren't seeking out these technologies, then we're not going to be at the forefront of getting that benefit with education in the education space of these types of things. So it's really important, and it's been very valuable for us at Scotch to have that special focus.
And that's the best way that all educational institutions work, is through peer learning, peer growth, excitement. We're courageous, we are inventive, we fail fast, we pick ourselves up, we go again, because that's what will create that sort of momentum, and we'll hit upon some good experiences for our students and take our education forward. Michael, thank you for what you do to support this and for all your inputs. All power to your elbow. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, John.